This vertical live for the first time. This is the weird part of the live stream where no one's in here. I'm just talking to myself. So if you're watching the playback, this is just the weird, awkward part of the video where nothing is going on at all. 30 seconds in to see if anyone jumps in here. Just Sunday night decided to pull some orders and try out this vertical live. I don't know if this is a new thing on YouTube, how long they've been doing it this way. I feel like they're probably trying to compete with, what's up, Mary? They're probably trying to compete with TikTok with doing this vertical live and trying to roll this out. So, hey, Mary, I want to say thank you for all those envelopes because I've been using a ton of them. I'm actually almost all done with them. I have 2 more left. So I'm actually just going to order these sizes because they work perfect for the lower end books. So I appreciate that. But let me pull up my eBay, pull some orders. Kind of slow this weekend. Did sell. Amazon was good this weekend. But if you're sending in things to Amazon, Amazon's always good. If you're sending in the correct things, it's always selling over there. eBay was slow though. I think I got 1 order on Poshmark too. What's up, Woody? So the reason I'm even doing this live right now is because Woody told me to give it a try. He's been doing a whole bunch of pop-up lives and having some good luck with new people coming in onto his channel. So just experimenting with this. Let me go to my orders here. Figure, you know what? Might as well just pull my orders tonight so I can maybe go sourcing tomorrow. I really want to go to the Goodwill bins. So if I get all these done tonight, I can not have to worry about it tomorrow. I usually just record like a what sold video every freaking Monday. It's not that many exciting things that have sold over the weekend though. Wait, let me see how many we have. 13 right now. I think it's going to be 14. I'm going to accept an offer on a $45 book. Yeah, did you get these from work, Mary? I'm just going to order just the regular bubble mailers, but usually I'll use just a poly mailer and I'll bubble wrap the book first, so this makes it way easier just to do that. We got 5 people in here, so let me know who you are if you're in here. Just lurking in the chat. 11 people. What's going on? My name is Alex, Beard King Picker, full-time reseller. Mostly, I would say 95% books at this point. Slowly niching down to completely all books. So I've had a sale going on my eBay right now, trying to clear out anything that is not book related. And we have 13 sales, all pretty low dollar stuff, $231.16 today. Let's see. So that is kind of low for me. C3's first book, so I'm just going to pull these books. Our office closed down, so it took all that I could. I kept a bunch, but I may have kept for what I sell, yeah. Dude, there was a ton of these. You know who took he took like half the stack was freaking, why am I blanking on his name right now? Well, never mind. With that story, I can't remember his name. Anyways, the guy at the meetup, he took like half the freaking stack. What's up, Chris? Hoping you're going to be back on the podcast next week. We definitely missed you. So I saw you earlier in Chad's chat, and you said you were going to be headed back. Chris Moose. Yes, Chris Moose. Thank you. It's Chris Moose took a crap ton of these. Like, dude, he walked out the door like a stack. It was taller than him, so I know it wasn't really that tall, but it was still pretty tall. Hi, loading bearing wall behind you. Is that a load bearing? Well, no, it is not. Those are all just bookshelves. What is up, Josh? Got home from church. That is a late service. You guys have late Sunday service? That's cool. Some churches have multi-services. I need to find a freaking new church. The one we found, I really like the pastor, and then they actually sold to a like kind of, I call a chain church, and so Need to find a new one that I like. Did you brush the beard today? I did not do anything. That is why it is kind of a wreck right now. Signal is about as good as Crossville. I'm assuming I have a terrible signal then. Yeah, I'm watching on YouTube. It looks pretty clear. Yeah, let me know if it goes out. I'm curious if it's just going to be terrible on my phone down here. Woody says it's clear. All right. Well, yeah, I'm just going to hang out and chat for a little bit, pull some orders real quick. What is up, Mike? How are you doing, Mike? I just finished watching the podcast today. It took me like 3 days to get through the podcast, but it was actually a really, really good show. Yo, nice beard. Thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe so you don't miss any of this fabulous beard. But yeah, great show, Mike. Can't wait to have you on the Reseller Locker Room podcast. But it was really cool hearing more of your story and how you sourced and everything you guys talked about on the podcast. And I think it's actually Jefferson's highest viewed show so far, so that's awesome. C3, we got a book from 1944, vintage Razor Edge book. C3. Let me see if I can find that. Man, it's gonna be difficult. I cannot hold. Have the church praying for Barb and Godfather Chris. Yeah, that's awesome. Definitely prayers going out to both of them. C3. Let's see if I can even pull this book. I have a little bit of tripod here. There's no way I can carry this phone around and pull orders though. Let's see. Crazy mess in here. It's always a mess in here. C3 Razor's Edge. See if I find it real quick. It's a skinny little book. Thanks all for $19. I'm running out of space. That's why I have 2 rows of books on each bookshelf now. Does it sit right here? Yeah. Razor's Edge, $19.99. So how was everyone's sales this weekend? I said earlier mine are kind of down for this weekend. I didn't list that much, so that will do it. The Razor's Edge. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this book. 1977, I think it is. Oh, $20 right here. See, Mary, this is perfect just to throw in this bubble mailer right here. I don't have to wrap it and then throw it in a bag, so I'm just going to toss it right in here. Yeah, Barb, is she back at home now? I think she is. I'm going to go back up. Missed some of the chat here. Updated grandfather. All right, that's good news, Chris. Glad to hear that. Next up, what do we have? Merry Adventure at Robin Hood. This is like a vintage children's book. Before Mimi. Happy birthday, Mimi. Is Mimi in here? So I'll find this one real quick. B4. I don't even see the book if it's on 1, 2, 4, B4. Here it is, right here. It's a pretty cool cover in this vintage children's book, Robin Hood. Not sure the day. This one sold for only $10, so it's probably an older book. I put all my old books on sale because I need more room, so I'm trying to clear out some of the books that have been sitting for a minute. Alright, so welcome to Story Time with Beard King Picker. Once upon a time, in a land not far, far away, B. Pickens came. I don't know the rest of the story. What's up, Jason? How's it going? And room. What's up, Jason? Oh, the chat. I'm gonna go to my room. Say hello to my room. Alright, what else we got? A hat. A5. That's in my storage locker area. I'll just pull all the books first. Comic book 105. This is super old book if it's numbered. My old inventory system. Look, Woody, I sold a comic book. Guardians of the Galaxy. Cool Marvel. Again, super cheap, $5.40. Nothing crazy. I think my best sale is gonna be only like $45 over here today. Alex, were you able to move any of the $100 books? I just sold the one to Mary's son, $40. I haven't listed any of them, Mike. To be honest, I just this week moved him downstairs. I broke my back taking him out of the truck and setting him in the living room. I left him in the living room as long as I could until my wife told me that I had to bring him downstairs. So, like 2 days ago, I finally got him downstairs. My sales are still decent. I really don't need to list them right away, so I'm really gonna kind of use them for content coming up and slowly go through all the books and compare books together and different stuff. Most of them, I think, that I have scanned, they're probably going to go on Amazon, not eBay, but they're going to be merchant fulfilled, so they'll stay here at my house, and then if they sell on Amazon, I'll send them in, or I'll ship them off from the house. And then I really have to, it's going to take a lot of research, because some of them I might get more money if I bundle sets together of the books. All right, we sold, this is actually a funny sale right here, a coloring book. Jason, what is it, Mona, or whatever his name is, the guy, you'll know who it is when I show you it. What is it, book 21. Yeah, adult coloring book. Mary just ordered this from me, so I appreciate that. I will get it sent off to you. It's not colored at all. Aquaman. This is definitely just self-published. Whoa! I like totally lost. Hey, I'm back. Basement hasn't flooded again. No, I got that fixed. That was awful. Luckily, I caught it early. It was probably dripping water down here for maybe an hour, 2 hours. It did get on some of my records, and like both sides of walking into this room, it was filling up. So luckily the books were way on this side. It didn't hit any of the books. It just got the bottom row of a few records. Nothing crazy expensive. Nothing crazy expensive. $273. $273. Where flies don't. 273. Let's close off. Hey, I got one like, so guys, do me a favor and hit that like button. I'm sure that helps push this live out a little bit. You're sending Jason to me. All right, 273. They got a lot of old books today. 273. I got 275, 278, 274. Here it is. Where Flies Don't Land. I think this is a Christian book right here. A Christian story, guy that went to jail, I believe, turned his life around, something like that. Again, small sale, $8.99. All right, we have a plushie. I'll have to go to the room to get that. It's been a while since I sold the plushies. Plushies do not move like they used to for me. We got Carhartt shirt sold, another shirt, and a wetsuit. I sold a wetsuit on Poshmark for 22 bucks, I think. All right, C2, another book, vintage book, 1943. Let's find that. C2. Jane Eyre. This cover's kind of creepy here. This is from 1943. Yeah, Chris, it might. Well, I'm sorry. It's a combination of both our signals combined. Mine's not the best down here in the basement. We got some art in this book. That's pretty cool. This is the only type of book that Ben will read, Rocky Top. As long as it has pictures, you know, he might check it out if he's got some pictures in it. I think Ben's more into like pop-up books though. He reads pop-up books at night and eats chicken nuggets. Well, yeah, it hasn't cut out. I cut out for a second there, but I had like a million windows going on or open in my phone. So, got a college textbook. Got a Bible, commentary Bible, 1968. That's actually all I listed today was Bible commentaries, which sell pretty well for me. Oh, I did list one thing from the 127. I sold some bookends. You can grab those real quick. These are cool. I don't know if anyone saw these, the 127. I think I paid like $5, so I'm slowly going down to books. But I want a section in my store that's just bookends. And I just sold these for $20 for the pair. They're pretty cool. Nicely painted. They're in good condition. So the most I paid was $5. I actually think I paid $3. They probably had $5 on them. I think I paid $3 for those. C4, we're gonna Bible commentary. Three. I'm gonna have to move a ton of books just to find this book because it's buried in here. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain. C4 Buck Life Bible commentary. Yeah, the bookends are cool. I always find them like at Goodwill, but they want too much for me to really flip them at a decent, you know, I don't want to put a crazy price on them, so hard to find them at Goodwill, but yard sales, find some bookends. C4. I apologize. You might have to stare at the back end of me for a second while I try to dig this book up. It's one of these big books in here. I don't even, of course it's the very bottom book. It's a cool children's Bible. A lot of my big Bibles are here. You guys know that I like selling Bibles. A lot of people don't even look at Bibles. So here is this Bible right here. It's old commentary book. Let's see. Sorry, I was reading a text message. I sent off a text message to my brother earlier. I found some barbecue sauce. It was hot. It is, what was it? Maple and espresso barbecue sauce. It didn't taste that espresso-y to me, but it caught my attention at the store, so I had to pick it up and try it today. We got this big commentary book going out. Do have an offer on a book, $45. I'm gonna take it. It's actually one of walkthrough books, a game walkthrough book. Not sure where it's at right now. Oh yeah, right here. I had it for $65. Someone sent me an offer for $45. Probably just gonna take it. That's probably average of what it sells for. To the graphics, check out. That's Scary. That's pretty cool. What is this, like a werewolf? Abominable Snowman? I don't know. Pretty cool book. I'll probably accept this order. Or the. Oh. Pretty cool. I'm gonna let that go for $45. I'll accept that. Now I need to go. Well, we got couple more books here. Book 15. It's been listed forever. It's 15. It means it's around my 15th book on eBay. This is a college textbook. Publication manual. I don't really send in textbooks to Amazon. I do not really want to get hit with any copyright issues. Which over on Amazon, that does happen with textbooks. A lot of textbook companies will order the book from you and then sue you. Especially if it's a fake book. They don't want you selling their book anyways, but if it's counterfeit, they're definitely not going to be happy about that. This one looks pretty legit. This is not worth my account to risk sending in textbooks, even though you could get 20-30% more textbooks. So what makes it a fake book? It looks real to me. There's little things to look out for, Woody. This barcode, you can tell it is really clear looking. It would be more blurry if it was a fake. The book binding itself should have a little bit of, cheap paper. This is good paper. These people that make fake books, they'll use the cheapest paper they can so they can make the most off it. So you'll be able to see through the paper on a fake book. So this cheap material, blurry words, stuff like that to look out for. There's actually a website though you can scan your book. I do not remember the name right now. I could message you if you're interested. You can scan the book and it will let you know if it's likely to be counterfeit book or not, or if it would be safe to sell. I haven't had any issues on eBay, but Amazon, it's just not worth it on Amazon. Wolfman, what's up? How are you doing? Chad, I gotta say, your last video, maybe not the last video, but the one you did talking about Ben's dating app was freaking hilarious. It's hands down my favorite video of yours so far. That was freaking funny. Ben's reselling dating app. Yeah, I will get you. I will try to remember the name of the site. It's book check. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll text it to you. I think that's all the books that have sold. Actually, I have clothes and some plushies. Let's go into the storage area. Make sure I grabbed everything. I'll show you where it flooded at too. It's all cleaned up now though. So this door right here, it was flooded all the way back here. It was dripping from there. That's my records are right there. I moved them back now, but they had water all over them. Had records on top here too. And the water came all the way into here. I know it's dark. Give me 2 seconds. Into the other room, like halfway into here. Ruined a couple of products that were on the ground. Some Amazon products that I never sent in, so I have a lot going on in here. Just put this table in here. This is actually an in progress Whatnot show. What's up, Larry? How are you doing? So I'm gonna do a Whatnot show. I believe it's Sunday the 8th. I keep pushing it back because it's taking me longer than I thought to list over 50 books to do a Whatnot show. It's just going to be a full Christian books show on a Sunday night. All this over here is books I've been buying for Whatnot. So I just organized all this. We have thrillers and horror movies, sci-fi, and fantasy. I'm going to be doing a lot of fantasy shows. Up here is just random books. And not really any type of topic there, but Sunday, if you're on Whatnot, Beard King Picker, all Christian book show. These I got from, I did buy out a pastor's house, and I bought a whole bunch of books from the Church of Christ on an auction. So these are the ones that they're just not worth my time listing individually on Amazon or eBay. So I'm going to throw them on Whatnot. Try to slowly build a following over there. Get into the books. Let's see if the stand gets higher. Oh my gosh. Alright. Now I have a plushie that's sold somewhere. I just cleared this shelf off because, as you can tell in there, I'm running out of room for books. So I'm going to start putting books on this shelf. Eventually get rid of everything over on this shelf. This is all my hard goods. I want all this to go. So a lot of it's going to go on Whatnot eventually. I put all my boxes up here too, so I have more room for books. But now we got to figure out where this plushie is. I forgot the SKU number, what box it's in, because that's on my computer. I'm just gonna dig through all these. Oh, first box right here, Humpty Dumpty. Brand new with tags. I think this is from Kohl's Care. One of the plushies that comes with their books. So we sold that. Now, we did sell a hat also. Grab a hat. I know I had this hat because I double checked before I accepted the offer that it was in here. And then I moved it and now it's not in here. Awesome. Maybe it's sitting on the table, I believe. So yeah, I got a lot going on here. All wrestling toys in the back. That's all my personal stuff. Like half of this room is personal. The other half reselling. That rack right there is just all unlisted stuff still. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for jumping in. I really thought no one would probably even pop in here. So I figured I'd just be talking to myself. Might as well record it. I'm just sitting here talking to myself anyways, so we'll record and talk to ourselves. Here's the hat, right here. Tennessee Titans hat. I don't know if you guys remember, during the Christmas show on the Reseller Locker Room podcast, I gifted one of these to Ben, so he could bedazzle. Go check this out. It lights up. Pretty cool. Probably not that color. It's not. Actually, I don't fill the battery pack in here, so... I thought that was pretty funny. I have like 10 of these hats I bought at a yard sale. I just bought all of them. So, got that. Sent that off. What did that sell for? I probably took $8.99. Alright, have some clothes. You want to see the mess that I have in the clothes area? It is out of control. Some are folded up and boxed away, but my closet here, as you can see this, I got some boxes in there and all down on the ground. This is all my personal old clothing line that I used to run, Devoted Till Death. I haven't let any of it go yet. I haven't listed any of it, so one day I'll get to it. Alright, so I did sell this wetsuit right here on Poshmark for $22. We sold this double extra large Carhartt. Pretty much gave this thing away because I just want all the clothes to go. Only like $12 on that thing. Can't believe that. What else do we have? slowly get rid of these clothes. Okay. This is kind of a cool shirt. Instead of Ferrari, it says Feral. It's got the hog on there. 3, 4. That's 4 clothing items that sold. Guys, if you're new here in the chat, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Mostly just do what sold, but we do have a lot of the 127 picking content coming out, and I'm trying to change up some of my content. Gonna start doing some more book related, like book reviews with my wife and stuff like that on the channel, just to change it up. Now, this is my old wetsuit, but I live nowhere next to a beach anymore, so I really don't need it. I guess Alabama would be the closest to a beach. That's Poshmark. I don't think we sold anything on Mercari this weekend. I haven't checked. Amazon seems to be completely down today because I was showing no sales on Amazon today, which is very strange. I was talking to FBA Dave, which he's like $1 million book seller, so he's selling almost thousands of dollars of books every day, and he didn't sell. He's like at zero today, didn't sell any books, so definitely something going on Amazon today. Or at least on our apps, it's not showing any sold comps. So surprisingly, I haven't sent in any books at all to Amazon. High Plans, Flipper. Hey, Alex, first time commenter. You have lots of good info. Do you know much about Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows? I found at a garage sale, went to list it, and ended up in a rabbit hole. I have sold a lot of Harry Potter sets. It depends on what edition. You're going to get more money for first editions, obviously. You need to make sure you're looking for first editions. It's probably better to hold on to that book if you can build the whole set. You're definitely going to get more money if you can build the whole Harry Potter set. Even if it's mixed matched editions, you could probably still get $45, $65 out of that. The most I have got out of a Harry Potter set was over $100, but that was all the first edition, USA first edition printing. So I do have a whole bunch of Harry Potter over here. I don't know what information you're looking for. Yeah, I have a whole... Yeah, I got 2 whole sets here. So there's multiple different editions and different covers. So it can depend on... Yes, there is an Air version. If you have an Air version, it's going to be worth a lot more money. So there might be some typos in it. I know I've heard of that before, of book errors, or in that book where there should be some book errors, and that book will be worth more money. So is that what you have? Is the edition that has some errors in it? I'm not sure what that's selling for, but I have heard about that before. I personally haven't came across that book. What's up, Grams and Pops? What's going on? Corey, that's probably who that is. How's your book Amazon business going? Hopefully you found some more profitable books. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Mercari is slow for me. Yeah. Mercari during Q4, toys and like actual Funko Pops outsold on Mercari compared to eBay for me. So I did good with books, or not books. Man, I'm all over the place. With toys on Mercari. High Plans, Flipper. If you want to send me a picture on Instagram of that book, maybe I can help you out a little more and try to research it and see what I can find. I don't know if I answered any of the questions for you. I apologize. There's a lot of different editions of the Harry Potter set, so, but I have heard of the... You're probably just gonna have to keep going down that rabbit hole to find the answer too, to research it. If you know what edition it is and printing, you could look it up on WorthPoint if you subscribe to WorthPoint. Trying to catch up with the chat here. Okay, so you did a shipment. You did your first book shipment. That's cool. Did that go smoothly? Did you get a shipping program too? A listing program? That can be frustrating, especially if you get the split shipments when you're sending into Amazon. Anyways, what I was saying earlier, my Amazon is still going up, and I haven't sent in any new books for like a month, which I'm surprised. I still surpassed $2,000 in sales without sending any other books in there. I really want to go to the bins tomorrow and all week, pretty much all month. I just want to focus on my Amazon business and really get that going, and then I'll slowly get through all the books. I got the 127. I'm just kind of going to focus on those books for content for a while. Smoothly is relative, I guess. It was a process, yeah. Oh, you went straight from Amazon's page, huh? I've actually never listed on Amazon.com. So, yes, smoothly. I don't think there's anything smoothly when it comes to Amazon. It's a lot. It can be very frustrating. Amazon is very frustrating. But I want to say it's worth it. Even though I quit selling OA on Amazon because the time that I was putting out fires with returns and all that, it wasn't worth it. Even though I was making great money there, wasn't worth that. Books is less of a headache. Once you figure it out and get the ball rolling, it will get easier, and you won't have that many returns when it comes to books on Amazon. The only thing you're gonna have to deal with once your books check in, you're gonna realize it can take a couple weeks for your books to check in. Q4, it could take a freaking month. So if you don't have things there by October, it could take a few months for anything to get checked in because they would get so behind during Q4. And they're not going to prioritize putting books on the shelf either. They're going to want to get all their toys going. So every once in a while, I'll have to check on your Amazon account to make sure you don't have any high price errors and adjust your prices. That's pretty frustrating. If I see a book, I list a book at $100 because in the past I've seen it sell for 100, but the current market, they want 50 for it. They're not going to let you sell it at the 100, which is ridiculous. You're going to have to drop it down to what they want it to be at during that time. Even if you see proof through Keepagraphs that it can sell for $100. Yeah. Anytime you are ungated in anything, just try to get ungated. Hit that button every time, and hopefully you'll start. Once Amazon grows trust in you, they will slowly ungate you in more and more stuff. You can go to christianbook.com and order 10 of the same items, send in the invoice, and get ungated. So, Corey, if you want to get ungated and DVDs, CDs, go to Christian Book. I think it's christianbook.com. They'll send you an invoice. You just have to make sure your order matches up with everything on your Amazon account. Your address has to be correct, your business name, all that has to match up. Get the invoice and make sure whatever you're buying on christianbook.com, make sure you find the listing for that on Amazon. So you'll send in when you get all the products, you'll send the invoice in to Amazon, take pictures of all your items. You're going to want 10 of them. So a picture of the invoice and a picture of all the items, and send it in for that listing to get ungated. And then you can send them in. Once you get ungated, you can send them in and sell them off. Even it's probably be worth it even if you lose a little bit of money just to get ungated in DVDs or CDs. I'm giving you this great advice while I'm still ungated, or I'm still gated in DVDs and CDs. I can sell a few, but I can't sell all of them, so I need to do the same thing. Should send you a screenshot. Amazon is requesting a minimum of 50 units. Man, they probably, since I've been gone on Amazon, they've changed a lot. So there's books that I'm gated in now too. I've never been gated in any books. I know that I'm like ungated in Lego and Amazon, all the big brands, and I've heard that you can't even get ungated in Nike anymore or anything like that. So they have changed a lot of things. I was actually talking to my wife earlier today, and she was curious if we can even still sell Nike on there. If they like, even though we paid the money, had the invoice to get ungated in Nike, I don't know. It feels like since they're 50 units, that's a big investment. Yeah, I wouldn't want to buy 50 pairs of Nike shoes. That would be a lot of money. That should have worked. I would have thought that would have worked. Yeah, it's been probably at least a year since I really dove into Amazon, so a lot could change in a year. It's just crazy that you would have to buy 50 of the same unit. It feels like they're trying to push out their third party sellers with Nike not wanting anyone to sell in there anymore. I think it maybe the same thing happened with Adidas and all that, but I couldn't imagine if you still could get ungated that with the invoice and trying to get ungated in Legos is not that bad. You can get ungated with Legos if you just buy the little keychains and only have a few bucks wrapped up in those. So you could buy 50 of the Lego figurines if you wanted to get ungated in Lego, which would be worth it because Legos on Q4 they skyrocket. The price quadruples. So Walmart every year Walmart will have a Lego clearance sale, and you can go into Walmart and buy all of the Legos. You're gonna have to sit on them if you have the money. Like I mean, I probably bought $1,500 worth in one trip, and ended up going like 3 different times and buying all the Lego sets. Sat on them for a year. Lego retires their sets like after a year, and then the price will shoot up on Amazon on the Lego sets. So Lego getting ungated in Lego is definitely worth the investment if you want to sell toys during Q4. Yes, sir. Yeah, making it difficult to just dabble. Yeah, it's a lot to learn if you just want to dabble, though. I mean, even just books, because you want to have the Keepa, you want to have a scanner, a listing program. You're gonna want a repricer once you surpass 100 books. It's gonna be worth having a repricer because you're not gonna want to manual reprice 100 books every couple days. All right, did we pull all the orders? I think so. Except, yeah, I think I got all of them. I can't believe you're leaving, Woody. How dare you? Later, buddy. I'll talk to you later, and I will figure out that book program for you. See what you can sell or not. It's definitely easier just doing a live, pulling my orders instead of filming and editing a what sold video. Kind of interesting with this vertical on YouTube, though. Do you guys know if this is new? Did they just roll out doing vertical? Because I'm assuming they just rolled it out and are trying to compete with TikTok. I don't know on here if you can add someone. The cool thing when you do this on TikTok is you can have 2 people in at once. Can you do that here? Start a poll. No, you can't add people in here. I'm curious if you can add people in here. Probably gonna hit a button and close off. So if that happens, you know. Yep. See, there you go. Up. No. What'd I do? I'm back. Trying to figure out if you can add people in here and do this split screen like you can on TikTok. Hey, thank you, Jason, for stopping by. I appreciate it. It doesn't look like you can add what you got effects on here. Oh, look at all this crush. Do I look better now? Glow, what's that? Black and white, nor dawn. Bubbles. I think we gotta go with bubbles. Whoa! It's freaking rave party up in here now. Why would you go live and have bubbles? That's interesting. All right, dance party. Seizure warning. I tried to get into Amazon. The onboarding process was more difficult than when I got my top secret security clearance when I was in the military defense industry. Onboarding process. I've never heard of an Amazon onboarding process. Whoa! I don't have that many dance moves. That was about it. So we got to take that filter off. I like this one. There's a ton of them on here. Haunt. So this is what my beard is going to look like in 2 years. What the? That's kind of cool. The books look cool. But books always look cool. All right. I'm done with these. That's interesting. There's a lot of filters there. I just previewed all the filters YouTube has to offer right there. None of the filters made me look any better or made me feel beautiful whatsoever. Yes, I'm going to start doing book reviews with my wife, Corey. So Shane said I should start another channel. I don't want to start another channel. All my what sold, all I'm doing is books anyways. I feel like I can combine kind of like the booktube in with my reselling content and start doing some book reviews and just, books that I personally, some book hauls that I personally do. I went on Whatnot because I was supposed to be setting up a Whatnot show. I ended up just buying a ton of books on there, so we're going to have that come in. So I'll have like a personal book haul coming up. Me and my wife are going to start reading the same books together, so we're probably going to do maybe once a week kind of recap on how much we read. Can you just change this channel to Book Dust Media? I could change the title or the name to Book Dust Media. People would probably be confused. If I started another channel, it would just be called Book Dust Media, but why start another channel? Vote in the chat. Should I start a whole nother channel of just book stuff or just combine book reviews on this channel? I mean, I can't even grow this channel, so why should I start another channel that I can't grow? And I'm very inconsistent here. There's no way I'm going to be putting even a one. You should talk to Katie Reeds and see what her suggestions on having two channel. So Katie Reeds, she only has one channel, but she doesn't really do book reviews. But I don't think her audience would mind if she talked about like her personal books that she liked reading and stuff like that. So I'll probably just do like my what solds and thrifting or Goodwill Bins haul videos, and then maybe once in a while do the book review on here. Like I'm currently reading The Body by Stephen King, so I could talk about that. Just showing off my personal book collection. Like I have one whole bookshelf over here. It's all Stephen King. Got a couple more upstairs too, so I think it's gonna push me just to read more too. So 3 years ago, 8-page from our Skype video. Huh. Yeah, I would like to bring in buyers. That's like my Book Dust Media page on Instagram. I would like to be able to grow that and just sell books directly off Instagram and not pay any fees if I could do that. That's kind of the goal there. I mean, we just hit 300 today over there. So if you're not following Book Dust Media on Instagram, go give me a follow over there. But yeah, I'm just posting books that I list. I'm gonna start putting book maybe reviews over on that Instagram account. I just don't really want to balance two YouTube channels. I never really get the point. Like, you look at the bigger YouTubers, they have the flipping channel and the picking channel. I don't really understand that. It's all synergy around reselling. So why is there two different channels? Like, I understand people don't like the what sold videos, and some people that aren't into reselling just want to watch the picking videos, but I'm just going to try, throw some stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Give me something to do with my wife. She wants to read it, she wants to read the same book at the same time, so she has someone to talk about with it. She's talking about books that I'm not reading, so I'm like, I don't really care. So I personally haven't done eBay to Amazon flips yet, Corey. I know you can. I should. I've done eBay to eBay flips because there's books on eBay that I've sold multiple times that I buy from eBay, put the correct price what the book is actually worth, and I'll wait for that. I've done it a couple times with the book that sells for around $70, and I'll find it underpriced on eBay, buy it, and resell it back onto eBay. But I know there is a lot of talk now. There's one guy, his whole business model on Amazon is just books, and it's eBay to Amazon flips. So if you pay attention to what you're selling on Amazon, it sells for a lot, you just search that title on eBay and buy it off eBay. You're still probably going to pay $5-8 for the book on eBay to resell it on Amazon. I don't do that model because I only want to pay $1.50 a book, right? I don't want to pay $5 to flip it on Amazon. There is a kid, though. That's all he's doing. He was actually a full-time teacher, and his book selling business has surpassed his teaching job. So he is retiring from teaching and just doing Amazon full-time. And all he does is eBay to Amazon flips. So he doesn't leave his house. That's kind of like OA, though. That's why I got bored, too, when I did Amazon full-time, because I did all OA. I was sitting on my computer all day. I miss going out. I miss the treasure hunting. I rather make less money and be able to leave my house and go treasure hunting. I've been doing it a whole year. I took a ginormous pay cut in trying eBay for a full year. I haven't had to go get a job. It's still working out for me. I'm just trying to find the balance of eBay and Amazon. But I know just from experience, like, man, look, if I look at my Amazon account, how quickly it grew compared to how long it took me to even get where I'm at on eBay now, it's crazy. In a few months, if I shut down my eBay and just focus on Amazon, my numbers would be back up within 2 months, And I could do that if I want, but I like the community here when eBay sellers and, YouTube and all that. There's a huge difference between eBay content creators and Amazon content creators. I don't really like the Amazon content creators. I mean, I'm cool with some of them, but totally different vibes when it comes to eBay sellers and content creators for eBay resellers. Rad Relics, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? How's your move going? Trying to move that big warehouse. That's a lot of work, man. So I believe that app you're talking about is created by the guy that is the full-time teacher. I think he created the app to find underpriced eBay books to flip on Amazon. I think he created that app. I'm trying to remember the name of that app. I know if you guys are familiar with Romer the Roamer, I know he had him on his YouTube interview with him talking about that app. 4 books this weekend out of 42 sales. How many current books do you have listed? Just watch that video with Romer. Okay. So that's the guy that's doing the book flips there, and I think he might have created. Do you know the name of that app that he's talking about, where it helps you read? I mean, you can manually. I know that's what's his name's doing. Rankin Profit is only buying books, DVDs from eBay and flipping them on Amazon. His whole business model. That's what he's doing too. The listing app. No, I was talking about I think it's product research app for eBay to Amazon flips. That's the app we're talking about. Yeah, 42 sales. That's good. Last weekend was good for me. Now just tanked this weekend, but I haven't listed that much. So it seems to be eBay picking up though from the summer slowdown. I guess sales have been doing better for me over here. Yeah, right. Baby steps, Corey. Baby steps. One day you'll be selling. What is the coolest book that you have found lately? Oh. I don't know which book it is. You know a book? I don't know if you guys ever seen this. There is a book from the 127 sale that I got. I scanned it and it popped up for a $4,000 book on Amazon. I don't remember which one it is because there's hundreds of them over here, but there was a $4,000 book. The problem is it has water damage, so I'm not getting $4,000 for it. This book, man, just the art in this book, and we lost part of it. Oh, there's some cool art in here. Just a cool art book that I got from the 120 sale. I don't think this was worth a ton of money, but it's just, Chad, just for a cool book, this would be the coolest book I've found lately. Later, Josh. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. Just crazy artwork here. Every book, though, Chad, that I got at the 127 is the coolest book I found. It's honestly the best book haul I've ever had. Overall, like, if I sold every book that I got at the 127 for just $20, I would profit close to $4,000 just at $20 each. I think there's 191 books that I bought. I paid $1.91 each. Not sure if my math is correct there, if I remember exactly, but yeah, I mean, here's another cool one. Look at this. Street Fighter. Just a walkthrough on the game. This thing's awesome right here. So here we go. These, if you can tell, they're kind of wrinkly. This has water damage. Unfortunately, one of the boxes out of the 5 that I have had some water damage in them. So I'm not going to send these into Amazon or even merchant filled in Amazon. This is going to be something you're going to want to list on eBay to show the condition of it. And obviously I'm going to get less for it. I'll tell you what it's worth, but my scanning app is on my phone, so I can't really check it out. Yeah, selling Bibles is one of my favorite things. Always keep an eye out. 1800 Bibles do the best. Any Bible that you can find in another language, you find like a German Bible, Korean, anything like that, it's going to be worth more. So try to pick up or look for 1800s is really where the money is at when it comes to Bibles and foreign languages. $1,000 in one day. Best day. That's awesome. Congratulations. I have never done $1,000 in a day on eBay. I've done it on Amazon. I have not got there on eBay yet, though. No, that's awesome. If we can figure out how to do $1,000 every day on every freaking platform, we would all be doing very, very well. 40, we did almost 40 garage sales. That is a lot of gas. What about the gas? Man, 40 garage sales this weekend. Our last sale was a storage unit owned by a library, thousands of books, but I didn't have the steam to stay and scan them. Why didn't you just do a bulk deal on all the books? You'd only need to scan, you just need to find that one book that you know is going to pay for all the books and make the deal. I mean, when it came to the 127, I scanned one book, $400 on Amazon. So I knew I could spend $400 and I would still be completely fine. I got them all for $250. But you just need to find that one book when you're doing a big bulk buy. Or if it's a collection, like if you walk into a collector's house and it's all leather-bound Easton Press books, you can say low end $20 every book, so you could gauge how much you could spend on those. You sold a car on eBay. Wow. Did you ship it? Is that a just local pickup on eBay? Do you want to sell that Cradle of Filth long sleeve shirt? I do want to sell it. Did I sell it already? Is it still in my shop? I think you're talking about the one that was in a video a while ago. I still have the Slayer shirt. I have a vintage Slayer. I think it's at 130. I keep dropping it down. Cradle of Filth I've sold. I know I sold the shirt, the short sleeve that I have. I'll have to check if the long sleeve ever sold and what I have it listed at. I do want to sell it, but maybe I have it listed too high if it hasn't sold yet, because it's Cradle of Filth, man. I just don't fit into those shirts anymore. Wow, El Camino off of eBay 2020. That's awesome. Both just case of football cards for $3,800. Yeah, I get nervous. Anything over $100 makes me nervous, and I always do pay for the signature at the door. Any of my items over $100. Do you guys pay the extra money to have them sign for it on the higher end items? Mine's just set at 100 in my listings. Yeah, if it's not in the store, it probably sold. I will double check though. Oops. It might have sold. I'll go look in the closet to see if there's any. You're talking about the long sleeve green Cradle of Filth? Let's see if I have any Cradle of Filth still left. I did most from that video. I sold most all that stuff from that video, so it might have already sold. Not seeing it. Yeah, only metal. I must have sold the Cradle of Filth. All I have still left is 6 Feet Under. It should be on my eBay store, which I did change the name. Book Dust Media on eBay. That's like the only vintage metal shirt I have right now. Okay. Yeah, apartment complex, man. I live in an apartment right now, and I don't get half my things I order online. It always gets sent back. It's terrible. It doesn't look like I have that Cradle of Filth. So I must have sold it. I don't think it's in this other room here. Sorry about that. Yeah, no problem. If I come across it, I will let you know, but I must have sold it. I don't even remember what it sold for. Okay, so it's weird. I didn't sell the Slayer shirt, but I don't see the Slayer shirt in that closet. So I don't know if it's listed somewhere else. So they might be somewhere else. It might still be on. Maybe it's just not showing up. Maybe I took them off. I don't know. I know 100%. I didn't sell the Slayer, and the Slayer shirt isn't in here. So now that has me thinking that the Slayer shirt and that Cradle of Filth shirt, because I don't remember selling Cradle of Filth, could be somewhere else. I did move, and it could have got mixed up. Man, that's gonna keep me up all night trying to find these shirts. Because yeah, that Slayer shirt, it didn't sell. It's not in here. Huh. Strange. Alright, I'm gonna look later for those shirts. I know I have the Slayer shirt still listed on Mercari and Poshmark. Someone just asked me about it, so I have to look in my store and see what the SKU is on that. If it maybe folded up in a bag or something. What's going on in the chat here? Do we miss anything? Newspaper photos, $2,800. Jackie Robinson. Hank. Huh. Here's a cool book find. Charlie Daniels. Signed book, Charlie Daniels. I was excited when I found this thing. It looks like in really, really good shape too. This came from the Goodwill bins. Not listed. This is just probably staying in my personal collection. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Probably not that rare of a book in Nashville, so I have a few signed country artist books that I find at the bins. Have you ever sold old magazines? I have a whole bunch of old magazines I should list. I have every Playboy from 1971 to 2000. I need to get those listed. I'll show you some magazines that are worth some money that I did find at the bins. I just haven't got around to them yet. Over my listing, this is all my listing area here of things that I haven't listed yet. So we have all eBay on this shelf, all Amazon over here. Some magazines that can be worth money. This magazine right here, these are all worth something individually. Guar, freaking awesome. Guar one right here. Those are probably all individually gonna be listed. They're not old though. They're not that old. But this is one that can be worth money on these ones right here. These are, I wouldn't call them a magazine, but some old circus ones. And like I said, a ton of Playboys. The Playboys probably get more out of them if I lot them together. Some Excalibur VHS. You see this thing that I just found at a church sale? A big old Tennessee beverage drink. I couldn't find any comps on this thing at all. I actually called Ben. I called Ben Rocky Top Picker when I saw this thing and showed it to him. He's never seen this before. I only saw, what was it, maybe an Oklahoma or Alabama one on eBay. Sell lots by the year. Yeah, I only have like a full, maybe 2 or 3 whole years. I've moved around with the Playboys so many times that I slowly started losing them. I do have them boxed up down here that I need to get them listed. The individual ones I might just throw and do whatnot. I mean, I'll lose money, but just trying to grow over on whatnot. I really want to get into the books over there. I got some friends that do really well on whatnot with books, so I need to just throw my hat in the ring and start doing weekly shows over there. Yeah, it's a freaking disaster in here right now. Pulled through my orders. I got to pack all this stuff. A lot of this on this table is all Amazon stuff too. I need to box up. I don't have enough to do full shipment. I like to send like 3 boxes at a time on for the circus magazines, rock magazines. No, they're like old circus magazines. But yeah, what I was saying, Amazon, I want to send in like 100 books at a time. So I need to go hit up the Goodwill bins next week. And then Saturday, I'll probably spend all day just doing Amazon shipments. So I need to get my books at Amazon, at least 1,500 books. If I want to have steady $300, $400 days, that's where you kind of need to be when it comes to books on Amazon. You get up probably 2,000, 4,000. You know, you can do $500 easily every day with books. Circus Rock Magazine. I gotta look that up. I don't remember. Is that like a heavy metal magazine? I got some like old punk hardcore magazines. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Maximum Rock and Roll. I got some of those that are actually all my old bands are featured in those. 70s, okay, 1970s hard rock. I'll keep an eye out for those. Okay, so Corey, when it comes to Amazon, I've raised mine has to at least profit $5 for me to even to send it in. I used to do like $2, $3 books, but they'll tank so quick. I want at least $5 profit on all the books. If it's a non-barcode vintage book, it's going on eBay. Um, like just more of a collector style book, it's going to go on eBay. If the condition is rough, like a lot of the older books, they're kind of rough condition. As a collector, they really want to see the pictures and the condition of every book, so you can't do that on Amazon. So I think for book collectors, you're gonna find more of the book collectors going on to eBay. There's no way I would buy $100 book off Amazon without being able to see it, you know? So that makes, signed books, anything signed, I'm gonna put signed books on eBay too. Like this book, probably worth money. It's if you scan it, but it's signed, a copy of it. This is gonna go on eBay if I ever decided to sell that. Book lots too. I don't sell any book lots on Amazon. All my book lots. They're all gonna go on eBay. So most of the vintage, non-barcode, non-ISBN books are gonna go on eBay. Signed editions, first editions, all go on eBay. It's just the more rare books will go on eBay, and just everyday novels and just educational books, those are probably going to go to Amazon. Like I said, I raised mine to $5 profit, at least $5 profit for me to even waste my time. And eBay is for me to list on eBay. I've raised mine to $20. The book should at least sell for $20 for me to waste my time taking pictures of it. So a lot of the books, like I showed earlier during this live, I'm just clearing out old books that I had that haven't sold. So letting them go for a couple bucks just to get more room, because I have all the books from the 127. Some of those might go on eBay. Like the ones that I lot together are going to go on eBay. If I get more money on Amazon, I'll merchant fulfill them on Amazon. But like when we were talking on the phone, Corey, if the sell through, let me say the E score is under 6 and under, I'm not going to send that book in because it's going to sit for a while. Because if it says 6 times, that means it's only sold 6 times in 6 months. I don't want to send that book in and have it sit there and possibly have to pay extra storage fees because the book is sitting there. I'd rather send in the fast 151 plus e-score books that are going to sell before they even get put away in Amazon. They sell like that. Cinderella record. That's cool. Yeah, so all the books that I'm doing on Whatnot, if they don't sell eventually, I'll do a couple shows and run them on Whatnot. If they don't sell on Whatnot, I'm just gonna not donate the books because I have McKay's right. I'm like 5 minutes from McKay's used bookstore. I'll take all the dud books to McKay's. Like I've done it before because I do a lot of bulk buyouts, and I'll just take the duds over there, get like 45, $65 for about 3 boxes of books. So maybe, I don't know, 60, 90 books, you know, 90 books for $65, depending on what it is. The cool thing about McKay's, they ask you, do you want the books back that we don't want? And I'll say nope, and they'll get rid of them. They throw them out front. They have these two big old bins, and you can go through there. Just free books. So easiest way for me to get rid of duds. If you have like warehouses, like I know the full time big bulk booksellers, they'll actually get recyclers to come pick them up and make money off the duds from recycling them. So, like I told you, the book business, it's a numbers game. I need like for me to get my eBay store up to where it needs to be. I probably need a couple thousand books listed. To be selling a lot of books every day. Like it's around just Amazon. It's quicker though. Like 1,500 is kind of the sweet spot. 2,000 to have everyday sales. I have less than that on Amazon. I'm selling every day on Amazon, so we're only like $100 every day on Amazon right now. But it adds up at the end of the month. I mean, it's definitely changed my reselling since getting back on Amazon. What I'm getting paid with the combination of eBay and Amazon now. And even it's a headache to ship in stuff to Amazon. Once it's shipped off there, you don't have to worry about it because they take everything else. They do all the customer service. They ship everything out. So kind of like once you set it there, you send it there to set it and forget it. I don't feel attached to the books as much that I send to Amazon. When they sell for less money, I don't even really think about it. I just keep finding more and send them in. Books on eBay, when I get an offer and it's a lowball offer, I won't let those books go. Like I don't know, I have like connection to the books that I'm actually storing in my house here. If I went all back just to Amazon though, then I'd have all this space down here to make a cool game room, get a pool table and ping pong table and all sorts of stuff down here. I just open up a arcade or something. Just buy a whole bunch of pinball games. That would be awesome. Brad, what did you find? I've been selling 16 magazines from the early 90s. 30, what are they selling? $30 each for one magazine? Are these circus? Are you guys still talking about the circus magazines? But yeah, that's the biggest hurdle to probably jump over, Corey, if you're buying books in bulk, is just getting rid of the duds and trying to monetize everything. But you could just drop them off at a thrift store too. If you guys don't have any used bookstores around there. If, if I get to 1,500 books on Amazon, I'm switching my brand peanut butter. Why? Switching name brand peanut butter immediately. Okay. That's funny. How much you guys list today? I only did 10 books today. You guys list probably more than me. Only 10. I average like 10 a day. That's it. I was doing 20 a day, and obviously it makes my eBay sales better when I did 20, but when I'm at the bins all day, I don't want to come home and list 20 books. I really want to get to the point where I just, everything's listed, and then I go to the bins, and when I come home, it gets listed immediately, whatever I found that day. I've been told multiple times by some of my book buddies that are full-time booksellers to hire someone just to list all my books, but I don't want to deal with an employee again. I did it on Amazon, having employees. It would be cool not to have to list anything though. Just do all the fun stuff. Just do all the sourcing. Have someone list it for you. Have someone pack it for you. But in the long run, you'll probably make more money that way because you can put more time into just finding more profitable items. Oh, the record. Okay. I should have. I'll probably do some shows where just go through my whole record collection I have over here. So, Mary, I know you're into records. I have a huge record collection. Lots of good stuff. All original Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Beatles, everything. All original pressings. I collect a lot of picture disc records, so I got all the Star Wars picture disc, E.T. picture disc. I think I have almost every Billy Idol record on picture disc. A lot of punk rock, hardcore stuff like that. I grew up playing in bands, so my bands would always trade with other bands. We'd always trade records, so it's like the one thing I can't sell. There's too many memories tied up in my record collection. '80s hair bands, yep. I call the '80s hair bands butt rock. So, I did pick up a record. Look at this weird picture disc record right here from the 127. It's actually, I don't know, the 1982 World Fair, Knoxville, Tennessee. I think I only paid like a couple bucks for it, so. This is my first records I ever did. This is my band, No One's Victim. So a couple of our 7-inch records we put out. This is actually, the label that put this out is from Germany. So a lot of the punk rock records I did, it was easier to get labels behind you in the UK and Europe. These, I only have a handful of these left, so I'm probably not going to sell these. Dude, Larry, guess who works out at the same gym? That's me. Talking about old punk bands. Henry Rollins works out at the same gym. I worked out with Henry Rollins today at the gym. It's pretty cool. Circle Jerks, Descendants. I just saw Descendants not that long, maybe a year ago probably. They're awesome. Ramones 9 times. I've never seen Ramones. I wish I could see The Clash. Is it on here? No, we have a song on here that actually kind of tribute to The Clash. So this is like the old school street punk style this band was. I played drums on these records. So I played drums probably 20 years in touring bands, and then I moved to doing vocals for death metal bands. as Mary would call it, the Cookie Monster vocals. I did that stuff. Now I just write love songs to my wife on guitar. Singer-songwriter stuff, but I haven't even picked up the guitar in a while. Or play drums. I don't even own a drum set anymore, so... Yeah, so I just noticed that Henry Rollins works out here. It was a couple weeks ago. I see this older gentleman. I'm like, that... I noticed... First, actually, I noticed the black... He had the Black Flag tattoo logo on his neck. So then I look up when I'm doing cardio. I'm looking up Henry Rollins pictures and looking at him like that's him. Looking at his tattoos, I'm like, so he has full sleeves, like, so you can't see his tattoos. He's covered up, so he probably doesn't get noticed. But I was just kind of reading articles. I guess he moved out here 2020, kind of during the pandemic. He moved out of LA and moved to Nashville. So I saw him again today at the gym. I don't think he's done any music. I think Rollins Band is the last record they put out. Maybe 2003. I don't know. That might be incorrect. Yeah, well, he does spoken word. I know he did the tour where he's doing spoken word stuff. It's probably all he's doing now. Not sure if is he still doing the spoken word stuff. Okay, remember Cookie Monster is better than new metal. Hey, I like some new metal too. Do I have a demo tape of Limp Bizkit signed by Fred Durst somewhere? I hope I still have it. It's their demo tape. It's just got like 3 songs on it. And when I saw they opened up for Primus when I first saw them, it was actually Limp Bizkit, Korn, and I think Powerman 5000 opened up for all his bands, and then Primus was the headliner. Yeah, I gotta find that Limp Bizkit. I have like things that I've moved a lot, so every year I'm moving. I've probably moved 2 3 times in the last year. Signed spoken word, so I hope I have the Limp Bizkit tape somewhere around. It would probably go on eBay if I had it. It's probably not worth what it should be worth anymore, but I did sell. I had a signed Weezer Pinkerton album, framed, all matted. The whole band signed that. I did sell that off for a couple $100 not that long ago. Wow, you still live in the house you were raised in. That's pretty cool. I don't like whiny singers. Corey, I still have this. This is all. It's slowly my collection. I've gotten better with letting things go, but I still collect. It's just like I'll start. I started selling off. I mean, that's how I got into reselling. Was selling my Spawn collection, and now I have Hulk, and I'm slowly letting go of my Hulk collection. I still have a few Hulk pieces up there. Everything up top there is all my personal collection of stuff. So some figurines. The other room, I have all my wrestling toys in there. Um, yeah, a few books up there. Like He Man, I haven't let go. I have Castle Grayskull. I'm never letting that go. Rock'em Sock'em, He Man, that's not getting listed anytime soon. Castle Grayskull Wrestling Ring, that's pretty cool. That's actually a newer item that came out maybe 2 years ago. I think I got that at Big Lots. Godzilla Transformers Voltron collection. I'm currently working on it. Yeah. I stopped collecting and then I start like my new thing has been collecting wrestling toys. Now I have a ton of wrestling toys. And then I started collecting more and more books. I've bought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, probably have like 10 books coming. So I'm the type of like reader. I'll read a paperback, but then I want the trophy book after reading it. So I'm getting the limited edition hardcover, you know, and the nice cover, sprayed edges, whatever, and setting it on my shelf as my little book trophy. So books is kind of my new collection too. I mean, It's not very organized, but nothing is in this room, as you can tell. I'm gonna step over things. This is all my personal books here, and half of this is Stephen King behind here. We got some Brandon Sanderson, some Tolkien stuff, but just fantasy books like that, and records. Still got a lot of records. I have bought records to resell. Like I bought Primus Live, it was worth money. A Tool picture disc, and they never got listed. They just went into my collection. Even though I bought the records and the intent was to resell them because they're worth money, and I could have made some decent profit, but they just got put into my personal collection. I even bought the record boxes for them, and I still haven't listed any of the records yet. I mean, if I was like hard up and I needed the money, then I would sell them, but yeah, I'm not sure. Brendan Sanders. I know he's finished Jordan series. What book is that? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. I know Sanderson has picked up on some books and written some books from other people's series before. I think there's a few artists that do that. Oh, there's your answer. He did. So, Wheel of Time. So, I almost bought that first book. I have some of the Wheel of Time. I don't. They just. So apparently they have the new Wheel of Time show. I've never seen the show. I don't really sit down and watch shows, but I feel like I should read the Wheel of Time and then watch the show. But I just don't do well with the big book series and committing to the big book series, which seems to be a popular thing when it comes to fantasy and sci-fi and all that stuff that they're doing the series. Which I'm kind of new to sci-fi and fantasy. I always read biography books. That was always what I read all the time. Just wanted to read biographies, and I just got into reading fantasy. So, oh, the show sucks. It's not even worth it, huh? I just saw the first Wheel of Time yesterday when I was at the bookstore. Um, Not buying books to resell, just personal books. I almost bought the first Wheel of Time. I have a few of them, some paperback editions of it. The Bottle Rockets, alternative country band from what? Festus. The Bottle Rockets, country band. Okay, I thought the Bottle Rockets was like a pop punk band. It sounds familiar, but yeah, Stephen King is what I'm currently reading right now. I just finished The Hobbit. Finally read The Hobbit, and then I moved on to The Body, Stephen King, which I do like the writing style. I haven't. I think I want to read. I think my next book I want to read from Stephen King is going to be The Shining, because my favorite horror movie growing up of all times has been The Shining. So, hey, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas too. Happy New Year. Happy Valentine's Day. But yeah, most made for TV, series, they suck. So we watched the Hunger Games after my wife just read all the Hunger Games. Those movies are decent, but she read Divergent, that whole series, and then she made me sit through the Divergent movies, and those are freaking terrible. Those are the worst movies ever. It made me not want to even read the books. So I'm learning now, though, like, yeah, the book is probably better than the movie, and I'm doing it kind of backwards because I'm reading Stand By Me, or The Body, and I read The Hobbit, watching the movie first, so I kind of know what's coming up, so it kind of kills the book for you. Like, the excitement of the book, especially The Hobbit. I've probably watched The Hobbit multiple times. I knew everything that was going to happen in the book before it happened. Um, as far as like The Body goes, Stand By Me, there have I just got to the part where they do the pie eating contest, which I completely forgot about that. So that was cool that I actually forgot because it's been a while since I watched the movie. I do want to start like doing a book review on the channel, or sitting down doing a video with my wife, then watch the movie, and then we'll do book versus movie and do like maybe a review on some movie stuff too. So I just kind of want to cover all media stuff, book reviews, movie reviews. It'd be cool to even do music and stuff like that. And I just input whatever I want on my channel instead of making 3 or 4 different channels for something different. Yeah. Well, see, most of the books, like I said, I read in the past were all biography books, so there's not really that many movies like that. So that's just kind of what I've always read. I never read any fiction. My wife's on the Sarah J. Maas kick right now, so that's all she reads. I haven't talked to my wife in like 2 months because she read this series and now she's on to her next series. And she's bought all the series. She bought all the Brandon Sanderson series, so we have all that to read too. Which that's what you guys know Brandon Sanderson. That's a lot of books. There's just too many books. I would never even be able to read all the Stephen King's. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone that did jump in here. I really appreciate it. It's been cool hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna pack up some orders so I can maybe go to the bins tomorrow. Hunger Games, yeah. What? He bitched at me. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't read the Hunger Games yet. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna jump off and probably get back to work, start wrapping some things up, so we can go find some books for Amazon tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do none of those things and not pack these up and have to do it tomorrow and just jump on YouTube and watch your guys' videos. That's kind of what I do, and I get sidetracked. I feel like that's what I should really do. I mean, I should really be doing work, but I'd rather just zone out on YouTube right now and catch up. All right, guys, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoy this, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Maybe I'll do more of these. I just record me pulling things on Sunday nights, then I don't have to record any what solds and can focus on some different content on YouTube. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys later. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the Reseller Locker Room podcast Thursday, and I'll put out a video from the 127 this week. So if I get around to editing, I'm just going to be still focusing on the 127 because I have tons of footage from that. All right, guys, have a good night.